Good evening, everyone. Welcome to stream number 2 of Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Today is January the 8th, 2026. And the moment I hit load game, we are going into the climax of the first case, I think. Hi, Satinel. How are you doing? I should replace this with like Taigi's face. Find a way to replace the pixel. Replace this with a version of Taigi's face staring down at us and judging us. I'm doing well, thank you. I wonder if I can do that with my... I have this thing now, right? Technically, I could increase the size of this. No, it has to be bigger than that, right? How about that? Okay, maybe let's not do that. Yes, anyway. Yeah, I liked the game yesterday. Although it was fairly straightforward, but there was a lot to read and a lot of side paths to go. Well, not side paths to go down. A lot of side stuff to read, so I enjoyed that. Let's start up the game and see where we go today. Getting anywhere? We've been here one full day. I've spent a lot of time examining things but can't seem to find anything directly related to the man's identity or motive. Right. When the search boils down to this point, someone takes their cue. Their cue? Her mouth is going long shot, long shot, long shot. And there it is. Supervision, hypervision. Go on, pick up. Right away. Hello? That sounds very loud, is it? It's weird. See, it's not particularly loud to me. It's actually softer than or as loud as the music to me. So it's interesting that on the stream it's a lot louder. Hello? Meguria speaking. The director side? Cut the fluffs, I mean. Director side? I felt it might be a good time to give you a call. We need to report. This case has been identified as a sighting of the man under the bed. The man appeared in Neo's room, which had been carefully locked up, and seemingly attacked Neo, but then splattered the room red too. So it seems like the man doesn't intend to directly harm Miss Mia. Strangely passive for a man under the bed. He's not attacking with the axe. Plenty of opportunities to... Hey, director! Oops, my apologies. Of course, the man makes his own decisions. Who am I to comment on his preferences? That's not really... Also compelling is the unexplained phenomenon he caused in a locked room with no trace of how he broke in. I was buffering? Oh no. I have no drop frames here, so pause play what? Okay. Also compelling is the unexplained phenomenon of how you haven't changed your clothes in 3 days. A wraith or human vapor? No, it likely has a tangible form, so not a wraith or ectoplasm. Director, I hate to ask, but... Oh yes, we can savor the speculations later. Savor, really now? What's crucial here? Maybe the act of splattering the room in red. Does the man under the bed typically work like that? This urban myth has several variations. One of them has the protagonist leaving a friend's place but heading back to pick up something, and finding their friend's room all dark. They pick up their belongings without turning on the lights, so they won't wake their sleeping friend and leave again. When they visit the room the next day, the room is covered in blood with a message reading, "Lucky you left the lights on." A room covered in blood exactly like Mio's room. Another urban myth exists called the Red Room curse, but it doesn't quite match this case. By the way, wasn't there something Mio-san's red soap room that caught your eye? Oh yes, the books from the shelf were scattered around. It seemed that they fell from the shelves before the red mess happened. I see, and so do you, it seems. What? Oh, and you also see that. If the man is still after Mio-san, he will almost certainly manifest again. Not again, isn't there anything you can do? Your enthusiasm is most charming. In that case, could you kindly inspect this room again tonight? Say what? And that's how we get to the scene at the very start of the game, right? Where she was hidden underneath the bed. Director? Son? Did I really need to stay here in Mio's room alone in pitch darkness? Anything could jump out. I can't do this leaving now. No, you must stay. Jasmine is currently at Aiko-san's place, so we have little choice here. Why? Then I should meet up with her first. I can't do this alone. I see. I was hoping everything might go back to normal for Mio very soon. Mio, yes, you're right. She needs our help right now. More importantly, Miss Azami, kindly examine the ceiling near the shelves. The ceiling near the shelves? I don't have my glasses or anything here. It's way too dark. Need to keep a hand on the walls and furniture. I hate to fall and make noise. Huh? Huh? What's this? I think I found the light switch. Director, I'm turning on the lights. Absolutely not. What? Why not? The conditions for the man under the bed to manifest are uncertain. One of them is the lighting in a room. You mean he shows up with the lights on? Time of day is also an important condition. You haven't turned the lights on, have you? I was just about to. Can't stand this. I'm too scared. We need to hurry. Now I've lost control of the character. This is where I have to look, right? Hey, I feel something. A squarish ring. As I thought, you see, just there. Yep. What was that? Oh, that's my old neighbor. The old Ukrainian guy who was living above me at my former apartment. The ceiling, it's creaking. Hi, Azami. Huh? Hi, now. She's not, technically no, she's not laying in the blood. Because the blood exploded from here and all over the floor, and she doesn't have line of sight to the bed. Technically, she's not laying in the blood. Phew, is it gone? Yeah, she had to roll out onto it. Okay, that's true. Director Son, what was that? Rex? Yes? Sammy? Jasmine? There was this man in Neil's room. Heiko's room is all red. What? Covered in red. Just like Neil's room. Jasmine, thank you for picking me up. Don't mind that I'm staying in red. I just had a close call myself. But I'm worried about Mio. How are things over there? Osmiri! Hi, Osmiri. 40.9, getting there. How are you doing? And hi, Ja. How are you doing? Well, those two are safe. I'll take us to Aiko's place, so you take over searching the socials. Oh, we're going back to the socials. Know whose account to start with? I'm okay. Good. Aiko-san's, right? I can't imagine her keeping silent after having her room splattered red. Hey, not bad. Let's get started. I'll keep an ear open. This is always weird to me, right? I'll keep a ear open. So just zip on through them. Gotcha, here goes. And year's correct, really? I say a year. Need to check on Aiko-san, but I'm also worried about the heat on Mio's end. Doing pretty okay. We had a storm today. My housemate got caught in it, but I stayed dry inside. Good. Too bad for your roommate. But the protagonist got to stay inside and did not get caught in the rain. I should check on both. And before vowel sounds, an ear. Well, I guess so. I usually pronounce ear with the Y in front instead of an ear. Well, I guess I do both actually. An ear. A year. Came back from eating out and the whole room was covered in red paint. This is absolutely despicable. Happy New Year's. Oh no, this is bad. Aiko-san posted like you thought. I can't really see the room, but it's definitely all red. Does this mean Aiko's also a target now? $17, $18. This number's not up, now it's going up. How tragic. Even as a prank, that's going way too far. Yeah, right? Why even do this? Gotta pinpoint the source of the message. The price of fame. No, how is this part of being famous? What matters is who came and threw around everything. This is just Akko with another of the usual setups. If you're falling for this, it's your own fault. On what grounds? To be fair, her past content did earn that kind of rep, but this one's the real thing. Setup is a place. Her furniture and floors are ruined. I doubt she'd do that to her own home. Exactly. Claiming it's a place from just one pic. Wow. That's true. She didn't actually mention that it's her place. Right? She just said came back from eating out and the whole room was covered in red paint. People are terrifying creatures. I wonder what's on their mind. Humans will be humans. Hello, this is Shinta News. I apologize for the intrusion at such a trying time. We were unable to contact you via your last post. Would it be possible to get in touch? We'd love to hear your story. So Aiko just completely ignored them last time. How could she possibly keep it? Did the guy going after Mio do this? Or was it all just a setup? Well, if she did keep posting content like this, people would start doubting her. Maybe on site and it still felt like a normally overkill week or whatever. I saw some protector girl posting a support for Bloom 30. Bet she's a fellow being coming to the rescue. Bloom 30, the one they're saying is Mio's stealth car? Protect? Protector girl, eh? Sammy, seems around here. You could check with the glasses. Maybe that's not the best idea. Of course it is. Yikes, that's a really strong reaction to the word protector girl. This is less about interest and more like... I wouldn't scroll through that, but go for it if you want. Poor Mio Sato getting dragged through this mess, into this mess. Sad face. Hey, sympathy helps, but don't pose a fool me. They're definitely enjoying this. Anyways, who is it that leaked her name? We should probably look into this. I wish they didn't show us the jumping words like that. I actually missed what they said here. Sorry, I have to click this, right? What was the last line here? We should probably look into this. Yeah, they might be posting stuff about Mio again. Give it a search. Mio issue. Does this person know her? Calling it like the actual case name or something. What happened with the Mio issue anyway? Did they catch the guy? Note. Dark spec news. What? Dark spec? What's this about? More like minimal speculation, double serving of delusion. I should check. Oops, skip. I'll take a look to be safe. Don't expect too much, but related posts might be worth a look. Go for it. Sure. Dark spec news speculates on intruder seen by Aiko and Neo. Click here. Ha! Dark spec news, what do they say? The article itself is mostly just a recap and blowing things out of proportion to scare readers. Buyer beware, speculation free. I wish you could actually click on those things, but you can't. TLDR of this. Lazy dude. Neo sugar dates, Papa stalks her, Aiko signature money shot. Papa turned stalker, but no one knows for sure yet. So this is how even unfounded rumors grow. How come they aren't catching this dude? Being on the receiving end, I get how exhausting it is. Yep, so just carry on. If the guy was real, the place's security cams might show something. Good point. Aiko-san's apartment should have cameras, but not sure about Mio's place. Thought I saw security cam footage from that Miho girl's apartment. Security cam footage leak? Come on, world. They spelled Mio's name wrong, so not exactly convincing. But we can look for it. Should we check the security camera angle? Check and make sure, yeah? Smells like bull. Works better for us if you believe so. At least they're not digging for more. Isn't this guy... Seems legit. Right, it is? Isn't the red car guy... Didn't he comment here as well? This guy. He's saying he saw this rumor and they gave me a keyword to go search up. But in this keyword there's like, nah, this is rubbish. Anyway. Next keyword. Security camera. Too many such terms. What about just Miyosata? Bad luck for Miyosato. Hanging with a drama queen can do that to you. No comment. If she wants to start over in life, she'll have to move overseas. He's sushi guy. Easily said. Keep calm, carry on. Doctor, Snowman drags all in a box. Bumpers papas with sugar and top. You're digging around less after the sugar dating talk, so I'm a bit relieved, all things considered. True, better than being scrutinized from every direction. Looks like this Mio girl was just caught up in things, yeah? Exactly, and Aiko-san is trying to help too. Her posts do fan the flames a tad though. Karma sucks for sugar dating bitches. Grrr. Karma's on his way to strike those posting stuff like this. Think I heard about a red room somewhere. Horror? Horror story? Or urban myth? The red room. I think the director mentioned that before in Hypermode. Quite a yapper when it comes to those topics. Another keyword? Yeah, seems worth a search. Seriously, what's this celebrity text nonsense? How does sugar dating justify all the doxing? I totally agree, but also... What's up? If the person stalking Mio was one of her sugar dates, they might try doxing her. Maybe. So how far did the doxing go anyway? Why would you even ask? Right? My son Shin Nakamichi 2, 4th floor, right? Casually sharing Mio's personal details. Well, it's really kinda out there. Then again, maybe it's even being shared even more. So this will give me the other keyword to search for security camera. I'll try searching for this. Right, check on how far the rumors about Mio have spread. Yes. One issue, this keyword might be too vague. Should work well with another keyword related to the incident. Shut up, don't backseat me. There was also that rumor about the lab near that Shin Nakatu place. Looks like we might find more rumors. The search begins. I'll check this too. Okay. Of course, next thing we search is rumors. Really? Too many search results. How unexpected. Red room. Protectical. What's the girl who also... Don't say bad things about you when you don't know her. She runs for the hills after just one post. Little White Knight's getting... Oh, let's do this first. Huh? What? Yeah, I saw this coming. I wouldn't read the rest, Sammy. Little White Knight is getting self-validation by pretending to care for others. Diamond doesn't. That wasn't my intent. I just don't want anyone to fling me anymore. If they'd only stop being so toxic. Yeah, I know how you feel. Most of these nights, our wannabe daddy's getting jealous. No. Why would you say such a thing? No reason really. None. Probably their response to voices that don't follow the flow. Totally possible. Totally plausible, LMAO. Oh no, why? Or even neo-alts? That can be possible. How could they? There's this deep-rooted stigma around what guilty people should be like. Desperate defense of both a person and our reputation. I just pointed out they don't know what you're talking about. These reactions were predictable. Nah, probably against Shooter dating itself. Too bad though, lol. Miyosato equals Bloom 30, clearly same person, lol. 100%. Why is this person laughing? Nothing to laugh about. We got our scapegoat, so don't ruin the fun. Or some such. You sure it wasn't someone being all, don't say bad things about my friend? Just let it go. The perspectives are way too different. I recognize this guy, huh? The rabbit that looks like he's holding a controller. What's wrong with sugar daddies? We had no choice. Papa saw the bait, jump on it. Hook, line, sinker. Gamer rabbit, yeah. I don't think he's actually holding a controller. It's probably just like shadows. It's like dude used because of the pixelation. But it's my mental image. So it's my therefore it is true. Holding an onigiri. Makes no sense, eh? Sammy, you may want to calm them down. But people in the post actually enjoy piling onto someone. But why? Any scapegoat will do. Neil's case is just fuel that happened to show up here. It's just terrible. Oh, I see. He has one hand here, and he's holding the onigiri over here. You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, it's a banigiri. Throw a one-person pity party and toss their toy to the ground when the going got tough. I wasn't just saying whatever. I need to set things straight. No, you don't. Stop right there. To be fair, I don't blame you for trying. But the where and how were really stupid ideas. Stupid ideas? We have our way of handling things, remember? You could post all you want, but that won't save me. I see. Yes, I think you're right, Jasmine. Twisted expectations. Don't know what kind of clue that is. So we've done all the single ones. Now we have to do double ones. It's mostly Mason and rumors. Mason is security, right? And red room rumors, maybe. I'm just gonna iterate through everything. Even though some of them are obviously silly things that would never work. Oops. Nothing else would protect the girl. Technically, all the ones that work for one search term should not work for two search terms, because it will be just a subset of the one search term one which we've already seen. But I don't know. I don't know if the game is smart enough for that, so. You know, it does seem to work that way so far, I think. I think even in the earlier one, the ones and the twos were separated. There was a time it didn't? Okay, maybe. So let's, yeah, either way, let's try it out. So. Yeah, I mean, you could be right. I don't really remember as well. So Dark Spec News we did, right? Yeah. And these 4 we didn't. Right? Security Camera, Red Room, My Sunshine, and Rumors. Yeah. So we did Dark Specs, Neo, and Protect the Girl. So this should not work. This should not work. But this should work. I saw the security cam vid, but is the cam all on what? What do they mean here? Video fuzzy and kinda unclear? Are they from Boober Eats? Boober Eats? Kinda fishy. Looks like a man in the video, super fuzzy. Delivery guy, perhaps? Someone's order for late night munchies? Ramen, maybe? Let me see, 11 p.m? 11:15 or so? Looks like an electrical contractor to me. Looks like it. They're wearing what seems like a company issued work uniform. Right. Way too sus for contractor lol. Yo, Popo, we found your man. Yeah, it's Sushi Guy. True, they're looking around nervously suspicious. The timestamp is hard to make out. While working at midnight? Actually, it was all me. I don't know how to react here. No info to speak of, not much to react to. We check his profile. Every bit of this is sus now. The way things are going, I jump on any potential leads myself. We do need clues, but not any old info. Have they found out who the guy is yet? Tell me if they did. See, typos in social messages are okay. I can't really fault them for that. Buzz off! And worse grammar, yes. Red Room and My Son-chin Nakamachi 2. My Son-chin Nakamachi 2 and Rumors. Red Room and Rumors. They're too good right now to pretend as purposeful. Yes. Results found. I heard a rumor that there is buried treasure under Neo's apartment. Maybe they're trying to scare her out so they can excavate? This idea seems silly, but threatening someone so they move out sounds like a thing. Yeah, those who move out without a clue wouldn't doubt what happened to them. Could even be the origin of some urban myths. I just went to touch Meisonshin Nakamichi 2 and get a reading. I could hear whimpers from the earth. They must be from lost spirits begging for salvation. # object star reading. Beyond human in what way? Cryptids living underground? Insulindian cryptid? Phasmid? You usually think of ghosts. Usually. My Sunshin Nakamichi 2 is right next to my place. They just put some pitch black metal triangular pillar in a park nearby. Has anyone seen it? Pitch black metal as in a monolith? My sixth sense is never off. The culprit is still nearby. Probably. Missing a punctuation here. Even if they have such a power, it's not really helping. Well, it's not for helping others. Man, I haven't heard the words Red Room curse in years. Is anyone who saw the pop-up still alive? Wow. Pop-up as in ads and notifications? Yep. This pop-up suddenly shows up and messes with you like a chain letter might. Huh? I thought the Red Room curse was the one where a taxi drives you to a building. Huh? Are they confusing it for something else? One of the versions out there, like, you supposedly peek into the red room, but actually... So other urban myths have different versions too. Not an urban myth you should search. Lol, I'm pretty sure the red room curse was the one where you would die for closing the pop-up. Oh. Well, what happens if you close it? If you saw the pop-up now and closed it, we'd both be goners. So what are you supposed to do if you get a pop-up? Never use your computer again? Yep. Just slowly reach for the reset button. Oh, I see. All the little journal updates we're getting are individual entries inside one of these. And so there's only one more scene here, which is Aiko Room's investigation, right? If you browse the internet late at night, that's me, a red pop-up window might suddenly appear. Do you like the red room? It asks. Those who close that text window will meet a terrible fate. Such is the infamous urban myth of the red room. But did you know there's actually a different red room? A certain individual, let's call him Mr. A, had just moved to an old apartment in the countryside for work. Now, Mr. A was a single man, so he was overjoyed when he heard that a woman was living alone in the flat next door. He just had to get a look at her, and came up with reason after reason to knock on her door and introduce himself. But not once did she answer. Soon he was consumed by curiosity about the woman. One day he noticed a small hole in the wall adjoining the two flats. Mr. A peered into the hole every day, hoping against hope to finally catch a glimpse of the woman. However, all he could see through the hole was a bright red emptiness. Baffled, Mr. A inquired with the landlord about his neighbor. The landlord told him that the woman suffered from a mysterious disease. The disease that stained her eyes a bright bloody red. Turns out Mr. A hadn't been peeking into the room of the woman next door. He had been staring directly into her eyes. It seems the object of Mr. A's curiosity had spent far more time looking through the peephole than he had. Yikes! If you find a small hole in your wall, don't look through it. Where's the pun? There's no pun here. What's this? This one's even famous in my neck of the woods. A young man decided to go visit his hometown in the countryside during a school break. One day, relaxing on the porch at his grandparents' house, he heard something strange. Pop, pop, pop. Sounded like a woman's voice. Looking in the direction of the sound, he saw a hat that seemed to be floating along the top of a tall hedge. She's from Urasekai Picnic. Which one? This guy? This girl? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I don't remember what. Oh, you're talking about the other girl, the red room. Oh, the lady with the hat. I know one of the girls from Urasekai Picnic also had weird eyes, right? But I guess it wasn't red eyes. Hers was just like fiery eyes. Looking in the direction of the sound, he saw a hat that seemed to be floating along the top of a tall hedge. Upon closer inspection, the hat was sitting on the head of a woman in a white dress. For her head to be visible over such an obstacle, she had to have been almost 8 feet tall. Magic blue eye, yeah. Later that day, the young man asked his grandparents about the woman. As soon as he mentioned the woman's hat and her height, they turned white as a sheet. His grandfather sat more serious than he had ever seen him. The woman you saw was Lady 8 feet. Go to the room upstairs and don't step a foot outside. Unbeknownst to the young man, Lady 8 feet was well known in the village since long ago. It was said that any young man that she took a liking to was found dead within a few days' time. This time, she had taken a liking to him. The young man was ushered into a room with newspaper over the windows, protective seal on the door, and warding salt piled in the cardinal directions. His grandfather told him again, no matter what happens, no matter what you hear, do not leave this room until tomorrow morning. Oh, but this room was one of the things they see in the elevator on their way to another world. Ah. Left no choice in the matter, the young man did as he was told. At 1 a.m., there suddenly came a steady tap, tap, tap on the window. Then he heard his grandfather's voice saying, "It's alright, you can come out now." Knowing it was a trick, the young man held his hands together in prayer and waited until morning. The next morning, he was taken out of the village by car. "Do not open your eyes until we leave the village," he was warned. As they drove through the countryside, the same steady tap, tap, tap came at the window of the car. Just on the other side of the glass, a voice said, "Po, po, po." Po, po, po. How do I even pronounce this in the context of this story? As the car passed the Buddha statues at the edge of the village, Lady 8 Feet's presence seemed to disappear, and the young man felt safe. He heard several days later that the seal created by the Buddha statues had prevented Lady 8 Feet from leaving the village, but his grandparents also told him to be careful, as the statues had recently been vandalized by someone. If you ever spot a tall woman in a hat and white dress, you better take caribou too. Gather around and listen to my tale of terror. Do you know about a man under the bed? It's a particularly creepy story. In the middle of night, missing a word, you might wake up and find a strange fellow hiding under your bed. People are terrified by his face and the things he does. How does he scare them, you ask? He'll do things like grab you from under the bed or call your name. How would you react if that happened to you? Personally, oh dear, I'm pretty sure I would die of fright. Now, I don't know if this story is true or not, but it's very popular with children. It's a fun story to talk about with your friends or siblings in the middle of the night. But you might get so unsettled by this story that you need mom or dad to come and comfort you. Have fun talking about it with your friends, but don't let it get to you. Watch out for the man under the bed, and enjoy those spooky stories. Many emoji. Okay. We did not get a new keyword, so we're done. There's this though. Feeling the hunger but not the cooking part? Your favorite foods delivered to your door, ruining your appetite. One of the so-called underground aggregator websites recaps the darker side of trending social media news, attracting views and earning affiliate sales. I welcome and endorse any incoming speculation. With content at your fingertips, the world is your audience. Check out the Urban Myth Dissolution Center channel where yours truly daily with. This is actually quite an interesting site. I would the real world needs one of these. As long as darker means like occultic and not like bad things that happen to humans. But if it's like occultic stuff, it would be a fun website. Okay. You okay? They got you with that flaming, huh? Yes. I didn't imagine they'd respond that way. It's not their problem, so they'll say whatever they want. But there's no end to it, so I'll do what I can to help me out. You've got the spirit, but your voice is a bit shaky there. I can do this, you know? Yeah, just messing with you. That picture was not appropriate. Back on topic. Maintenance due in a pig had creepy written all over him. I want to ask Aiko if anyone similar showed up. Understood. On site at the apartment building, up to Aiko's room we go. Yes. This should be the final scene. Neil's not even here. Wow. Happened while I was in the car waiting. Who done it? Why done it? With this much in your face evidence, bet you see plenty by clairvoying. Good point. I should scan the room first with the glasses on. Search with glasses on. Examine. The entrance door is reinforced, should be hard to break in. Why would this happen to Aiko-san's room too? The man stopped both of them and got to Aiko-san's place. Why turn it red? Maybe there's some kind of meaning to the red room after all. It sounded like I got a clue, but I didn't, right? Oh, this is not the second this second lesson. It's still part of this third lesson. Okay. These look important. How terrible. It's just as bad here, Aiko's as Mio's place was. Wow. The fancy carpet and furniture are done for too. Bummer. How are things on your end? What happened on your end? I was waiting in the car parked nearby, so I could rush in at any sign of trouble. First, the two headed out together. Probably to eat something like she mentioned in the post. They came back after a couple of hours. I watched from the car as they re-entered the building. A short while later, Aiko suddenly calls me up. She was totally panicking over the phone, yelling about how the room's all red, get in here, and so on. And what did the boss man make you do, meanwhile? I was checking Mio's room. Phew. I almost bumped into the man and had to hide under the bed. It's a long story, so I'll report everything later. Huh? Almost met the dude? Getting tossed in the deep end much. Good thing I came to pick you up. Good thing there was something left on me for you to pick up. There almost wasn't. Look at this mess. Furniture, floor, walls. This is terrible. This is a lot to deal with. Yes, truly, I could never have imagined this. I took Mio out to eat. Thought it'd be better than being holed up and never going outside. And then we come back to this. Have you told the police? Have you contacted the police? Oh right, I was so upset I totally forgot. But not upset enough not to post. I'll need to report all this damage, I suppose. Where is Mia? Aiko-san, I need to talk to Mia. Where is she now? Oh no. She went back home alone. Oh? She did? Does Mio know what happened here? She was with me when we got to the building entrance. But why? She said something about getting her things. I was so upset I forgot to check in. This is classic horror story nonsense. I'll call her now, and if she's in her room, I'll tell her to stay put and lock up. No, don't do that. Yes, please. Need to ask Jasmine to drive us there. Jasmine? Jasmine, it seems Mio is back at her place and alone. What? But I saw those two heading back up here. What the? Aiko-san is calling Mio right now, telling her the situation on our end and to stay in her room. Alright then, I'll have the car ready to go. Sounds like a bad move. Bad move. Aiko-san. Bad move. Examine. Even the fancy bed is all red. Will changing the sheets be enough to get it clean? Henshin. Whoa, this shadow's throwing something at us. Not quite throwing. Is this from when they splattered blood around and made the room all red? Was this before or after Mio and Aiko-san went out to eat? When exactly? Is this a trace of the man under the bed? The shadow's movements are so wild and scary. What is it doing? Is it messing up the papers on the desk? Or maybe looking for something specific? Did it have a goal other than splattering blood all around? What? Look again, but where's the first look? This shadow. Oh, it's Aiko-san working. Looks very focused on work. Her mouth is twisted into grimace. Aiko-san is so intense, even when working alone. What a thing to watch, kinda scary. Ah, the man under the bed. Or is it, actually? Is he walking with Aiko-san? Are both shadows from the same point in time? This shadow's clothing is somewhat rugged. Work clothes like the uniforms maintenance crews wear? Someone she's working with? This looks a lot like the shadow splattering blood in the back of the room. This one looks somewhat heavily built, maybe? Feels like this shadow could be important. I should dig deeper. So much for the urban myth. Aiko-san. Aiko-san, do you ever have work meetings with clients here? I have online meetings. Otherwise, I have them out somewhere. Why? Oh, it's just that I'm wondering about the people you work with. Are you involved with companies whose staff wear work uniforms? Probably yes, don't really remember. I do have records of where we sent temporary staff. They should be on my desk, somewhere in all that mess. Your desk, understood, thank you. She mentioned the company documents were on the desk. It's so messy I can hardly make out the words. Make sure not to tear anything. admin, engineer, somehow decipherable. Not jobs that require work uniforms. Oops, ripped a bit. Yikes, wait, a bloody handprint? Someone must have touched this. Jobs related to medicine? Psychology? It's all kicked and scrunched together. Finally! Ah, this must be for the maintenance company. Is the only one in these documents. Electronic? I can't read this. Surely a company which handles electricity work done. This document is ruined from all the blood. Let's ask Jasmine for advice on what to do. Let's talk to everyone else. No, not you. I didn't mean to hit you. Let's talk to you. Nothing new. Jasmine? Jasmine, what do you make of this? Perhaps trying to get to Mio as she's staying at Aiko's. Headache for us. In what way? I mean, the dude's goal isn't done just yet. So this goes on until he fulfills his goal? What exactly is it? No idea, I wouldn't know. Just hoping that this doesn't end like the urban myth does. If we're ready to go, we should hurry to Mio's place. Wait, I wasn't done though. Please take me with you. Aiko-san? Sure, let's head to Mio's then. No, I wasn't done. There was at least one more option about the shadow. Mio's place. Everything okay, Mio? Did anything happen? Asami. I'm fine, I was just waiting. Are you sure? I'm glad, I was really worried. So glad you're safe and sound. Phew, glad Mio's alright. Really had me sweating for a minute. Yes, really. See, now the option is gone. The one about the ghost. So about the the other option we had is gone now. How rude. I'm so glad Mio's safe. We should take another look at her place. Yep. I want to check what went on while she was alone. Gone. Observe. There's a used cup in the sink. The shelves and knife holder are empty. Mio really wants to move. Probably took out what she needs. No notable changes. I think I'm gonna wrap up my life here. I really need some closure on this. Mio. Did anything weird happen while you were alone? Not really, no. Are you doing okay, Mia? You think I would be? No, of course not. I'm sorry. Stalked by a creep, named and shamed online. Can't go back to my hometown. I have nowhere to go. Why? I listened to everyone and really tried hard. Why me? Tell me, Azami. Mia. Before we went out to eat with Aiko-san, was there a time when we were both out and left the place unattended? I was at Aiko-san's place the whole time. We only left to go eat. Asami, I'm so fed up and exhausted. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Nothing notable under the bed. Why does the man appear from under the bed anyway? Is there a man from the bathroom or a man from the closet? Some of the books are missing. Will the glasses tell me anything? I'm glad Neo's safe. Right, I need to get her signed for a new place ASAP. I do have a place confirmed already. Besides not going out for groceries or such, you didn't leave the room not even for short business calls, correct? Try to remember after you mentioned I was in the room until we went for a bite. Anything peculiar? Just before we set out, Neo went back up to my room as she'd forgotten something. We headed out together from the ground floor entrance and didn't notice anything weird. A bat? Or a shadow that looks like one. This bat-like shadow has creepy arms and legs. Then again, like before, it probably was an actual bat. But if not, why does it look like a centipede? There's something under the bed. Is this the man under the bed? Or is this you? Surprisingly small, carrying something on the back. This is me, from earlier. Yesterday, before the man appeared, I heard noise from the ceiling. Means the man who walked past the bed was in the ceiling, right? I hid under the bed so couldn't see back. How did he come down into the room? Observe. The shadow is heading to the entrance. Is this a locational memory of the man who walked past the bed earlier? Jasmine? I checked, they never left the room. I thought maybe someone might have snuck in at some point. I was on watch from the car and I don't think the duo is lying. But then, how did the man spread blood around the room? Sure hope it's not something physically impossible. I'll recheck with Aiko-san. She might have left the room for a business call for Mio's comfort. If Mio was on the balcony or in the bathroom then, the living room would have been empty. Nothing noteworthy, no new clues. It's good that you confirmed where the duo was. But then, this means... that would mean the man who was in Neo's ceiling space is able to move anywhere at any time, correct? Oh right. While the raid room was happening, you ran into the dude at Neo's place, yeah? Jeez, this is hardcore. I have no idea what's going on. How are we supposed to adapt against such a monster? Mio's taking this hard. She said she's so fed up. Might have been yakking with Aiko about moving while they were eating up. Might have been. Aiko's suggestions must be crazy pricey though. Must be a total headache. Sorry for bothering you again. Mio, have you ever been in a ceiling space? Never. Is there even a way in? Right, of course you haven't. Mio seems really upset right now. Can't help that she's still living here. Could you encourage her to move out soon too? While you're staying here, have you ever been in a ceiling space? Absolutely not. This whole place is falling apart. It's probably teeming with bugs and rats. And you don't know how to enter the space, right? I do not. What? It's not here? Oh, I have to do this now. Let's think things over for a bit. The man appears very suddenly, but how? First, you might want to focus on where and when he manifested in Neil's room. When you hid under the bed, where did he appear from? I heard the ceiling creak and hid under the bed, so there must be a way into the ceiling space, unless he's a ghost. You saw a shadow with your clairvoyance, correct? I keep thinking about the centipede shadow. Why does it look like a centipede? I should focus on whether there's a way in and out of the ceiling space. Maybe he was warping time and space? Crawling along the wall? Transforming into a centipede? Makes sense, right? Maybe he was warping time and space, crawling along the wall, transforming to a centipede space? Doesn't feel right. The shadow looked like a centipede latched onto the shelves. Also, when we looked yesterday, the things on the shelves had fallen off. Clairvoyance is showing me memories of past events. Let me rethink this. It is using the shelf boards, climbing up and down. No. As footholds. Climbing up and down. Where do I fit this in? Using the shelf boards. No, maybe it should be the other way around. You should be climbing up and down using the shelf boards as footholds. Same idea, but like better arranged. Maybe he was climbing up and down using the shelf boards as footholds. Yes, that might explain it. Multiple overlap shadows climbing up and down look like a centipede. Check the shelves again. Although that's true, I did not think that the centipede was multiple shadows going up and down overlapping. That's what it meant. Climb up. Let's climb up a bit and have a quick look. The view was blocked by this big cardboard box. But there's a hatch in the ceiling. Let's move this big box out of the way. The man climbed up these shelves. I got up here without really thinking, but I'm terrified. I gotta help me out. Here goes. Ceiling space, here I come. Wow, you can actually... I thought it was like a short ceiling space that you have to crawl along. All dark and dusty. No one here, right? Okay, my eyes are starting to adjust. Not scared, not scared. Let the investigation begin. Bento boxes, energy drinks, even alcohol cans. Doesn't look like trash stuff up here by a former resident. Look at the expiration date. Yeah, this stuff is new. The floor is coated in dust, but the trash is recent. The man was most certainly hiding here. Starting to see more clearly, ceiling is low but quite a bit of space here. What is this? Cardboard? Anything lying around is connected to him? Yep. Roach. Flat beyond belief. Poor Gokuburo. Maybe he used cardboard sheets to lie down without touching the dust? I see a sliver of light. Is it from Mio's room? Wow, unbelievable. Can't see much. Too dark. There's a shadow of the man here too. What is the shadow doing? Looks like he's stuffing something to a box or a bag. I want to look closer. The shadow is in the way. The glasses show me things through clairvoyance, but this also blocks my view. I knew it, he was here. Not moving much. Is he crouched down? No, he's peeking at what's going on down below. Which is why the guy said don't turn on the lights, right? I saw traces of the man doing something around here. There's something inside. Let's check. Clothing. Ito Electric Services? Isn't this the company the documents at Aiko-san's place? The man wearing a work uniform that I saw in Aiko-san's room. Oh no! Does this mean that man was here? I need to tell everyone. The man definitely was here in this ceiling space. I need to tell everyone. Jasmine? You okay? Looks like you found a tan. I found solid evidence the man was hiding up there. And there are a few things I want to check with me on Aiko-san too. But is that time for someone to show? That time? You mean the director is gonna call again? Not any old call at this point, but you'll be fine. What do you mean, not any old call? The director calls and the ad break starts. Coincidence? I think not. Yes? The director equals Taigi Tashi. Miss Azami, how's it going? Hello, director. I'm sorry I haven't figured out the answer and... I don't know what you're apologizing for, but we're ready to start the dissolution phase. Dissolution? As in due time. Miss Azami, please tell everyone to gather around. Okay. Your investigation is done then? Is this like a debrief or something? Ah, yes. I'll also explain what I found in the ceiling space. Please hurry then. Director, everyone is here. Miss Azami, please make sure everyone hears what we're about to explain. Understood. Thank you, everyone. Ayumu Meguriya, Director of the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Now only the dissolution phase remains before we can close this case. Thank you for your cooperation throughout. Dissolution? Azami, what is this about? What's going on? Do I have to be here? I still have work waiting. This is the classic guilty person trying to run, right? We will be presenting our final results as requested for this case, so we ask you to remain here. Yes, so please hear us out. Let the dissolution begin. First of all, Ms. Fukurai, thank you for your efforts in the investigation. We have discovered numerous clues since the identification phase. The amalgam of that information has allowed all of us here to tangibly feel the presence of the man under the bed. Oh, well, thank you. Yet the amassed information still includes several elements unnecessary for the man under the bed urban myth. What do you mean? Do you really expect me to record this case as is? Huh? What? Boring motives, tiresome intentions. There's no room in the center's records for such things. Do we really want to prioritize that right now? Now, this case leaves 4 key questions unanswered. Number 1. How did the man under the bed manifest? Number 2. What is the goal of the man under the bed? Number 3. Who or what is the man under the bed? Number 4. What exactly is the essence of the man under the bed? The eye reveals all. What the? Please don't overreact. This is something only we can see. Eye opener. This can only be seen by holders of seeing powers, such as clairvoyance or vision. Lucky you. We must unlock this artifact to open the Eye of Truth. Now is the time. Time for dissolution for the man under the bed. Yes! The man under the bed suddenly appeared in Neo-san's room. This I do kind of want to play Ace Attorney now. But yeah. I know Flo's played a lot of that game. And the man under the bed has suddenly appeared in Neo-san's room immediately after she had checked off the locks. A phenomenon reminiscent of incorporeal ghosts or otherworldly demons. Wanted them to stream, tried to stream them ages ago, but they were too expensive. Also, they were too long, I think. I'm not sure you can get to the end of the case in 3 hours. Exactly. And apparently not to harm you. Just appears and disappears always suddenly. So, Miss Azami? Yes? The man supposedly appeared from under the bed, but did it really? Could have finished the first 2 of the first game, really? Okay. The tutorial cases. Suitable for jazz. Which is the best part. See, really? That bad? Like the first 2. the first 2 cases of the first game are the best part of the entire series. And determine where the man appeared from. Where was it? The man emerged from the wall. Obviously not. I think the man was a ghost. He can pass through walls and appear anywhere. Miss Asami, you seem to have misunderstood everything I told you. Look at her face. She's like, but clairvoyance is not the power to see ghosts. Please think again. The man appeared using a superpower. He has a superpower, so he can appear straight out of another dimension. Where's the evidence that supports this? Let's get serious here. Mio hallucinated the man. I think maybe it was an illusion Mio saw in a panic. Lucky the lots of cause everything was so novel, plus you're expected to know the answers before the characters. Later you find out at the same time or after they do. Unless you're smarter. Miss Asami, has your memory lapsed about searching the man's hiding place? What's evidence of the man's existence? Please think again. The man emerged from the ceiling space. There was evidence indicating the man appeared from the ceiling case. We found traces of his being in, entering, and exiting from the ceiling space. Great! The man was hiding in Neo-san's ceiling space for a long time, waiting for an opening to assault Neo-san. Moving on. What about this man under the bed? One of his defining traits is that he massacres people he encounters. One could say his goal is to kill the house's owner or whoever uses the bed he hides under. So, Miss Azami, what might the man under the bed be trying to do? Why does he keep pestering Neo-san? To protect Neo from demons. Maybe he was protecting Neo from demons. An intriguing hypothesis, but was Neo-san indeed the target of demonic interest? The man seems to have a different goal. To kill Neo. I think he was trying to kill Neo after all. The man had opportunities to kill Neo-san but didn't. His goal cannot be to kill Neo-san. To peek at Neo's personal life. He's a pervert who watches Neo from the ceiling space. That is a possibility. But if so, why would he need to show himself to Neo-san? To scare Neo. He might have been trying to frighten Neo. And that's it. Just simply scare her. Great! The man didn't try to kill Mio-san, despite being able to. If his goal were to peep, he wouldn't need to appear in front of Mio-san. He keeps on appearing and disappearing. It seems the man is intentionally limiting sections to scaring Mio-san. I know, I purposely picked every possible wrong answer first, and it was still great. We can deduce that itself was the man's goal. If so, maybe my room getting covered in red was also him just trying to scare me? And the reason my room was covered in red was because Mio was at my place? Either way, the man's goal is to instill fear. The doll left in Mio-san's room also hints at such an intent. So that doll wasn't a message or anything at all. That doll... This reminds me of Crosscode. It just reminds me of Crosscode so much. These lights going from symbol to symbol. Let us move on. About the man under the bed. He's depicted as a random murderer and an escaped serial killer, as an elusive entity that suddenly appears indoors with murderous intent. An anomaly that is very likely to have a basis in reality. Yet, he can also be said to be less tangible due to leaving minimal traces when manifesting. So, Miss Asami, how would you describe the man that we are seeking through this investigation? A trick of the light. That's probably a trick of the light, blown out of proportions. And the urban myth was born because it's too late to end the mistake. I see, that may have been a factor indeed. Yet the clues you gathered do not lead to that conclusion. Please think it over again, dummy. A shadowy figure that popped up. As Aiko-san said, the shadow appeared from thin air, which means it lacks a physical form. Based on the clues we found, we can deduce that is not the case. Please think it over again. Haunted spirit of sorts. An obsessed ghost, unable to pass on from this world, appearing with a message. I think their story is a tragedy. The shadows are vestiges seen through your clairvoyance, Dumbo. If Aiko-san were able to see them, this case wouldn't even become an issue. Please think it over again. Actual person. Could they be a normal living person? And not a ghost or anomalous monstrosity? Precisely. That is the spice and key of truly savoring each urban myth. Huh? Urban myths aren't just about ghosts and monsters. There is a sizable number of urban myths that aren't. Things that originate from rumors and such about actual people. So, Miss Asami, this man that appeared in Mio-san's room, who do you think this living man could be? Well, one moment, there are multiple suspicious people. Let me see. One we saw while doing social media research, Blueberry Eats. Oh yes, right. A living man carrying a backpack. Asami, you asked me about my ex-boyfriend, didn't you? Yes, also down here. He's also a living and suspicious person. Does that include my work client too? This maintenance worker wearing a uniform? He was in the security camera footage too. So many suspects. Crazy world, crazy cases. Incidents and terrorist attacks on the news. Thank you though, I remember now. A serial killer just passing by. Well, what if it was actually this guy? It was actually the director. A serial killer just passing by. It's just like in the urban myth. He's a random serial killer. If he were a serial killer, Mio-san would have been murdered quite a while ago. Please think it over again. Mio's ex-boyfriend. If he's stalking Mio, it's got to be him. Mio-san's ex-boyfriend might indeed have a motive. However, would a fussy man, conscious of what he eats, be able to hold up in the dusty ceiling space and even eat there? Please think it over again. Booba Eats delivery person. Security cam footage showed the delivery man for Booba Eats. He must be the one. Security footage is important evidence, yet that isn't enough on its own. We found something more conclusive, remember? Please think it over again, dummy. Maintenance worker. A maintenance worker in the security footage. He left his hat and jacket in the ceiling space. Excellent! Indeed, the man under the bed hiding in the ceiling caught on security camera wearing a work uniform. We can say beyond any doubt that it was him. I thought so. Now, on to the final and most daunting question. The man disguised as a maintenance worker. How did this man come to be in a ceiling space? Unless he can rip apart space from another dimension and appear anywhere at will, it seems impossible that he would manifest in that room's ceiling space. Yes, that's true. No sign of him entering through the window. The ceiling above the bathroom didn't have enough space to move around. Neo has a habit of locking up carefully. I was thinking it might be real, but is the man an anomaly after all? Do you really believe so? Mrs. Ami, you talked with everyone and you went to investigate each location. You already know what you need to know. You can already see. But, so Mrs. Ami, for the disguised maintenance worker to hide in the ceiling space, what path could he have possibly taken? How did he make his way inside Neo-san's room? It's through the box, right? Is it? I mean, he had accomplished which was Aiko, but he would have had to be smuggled in through one of the boxes initially. He was in a ceiling space before Mio moved in. He must have been in a ceiling space long before Mio moved in. The amount of trash in the ceiling space would make that unlikely. The man as a maintenance worker was in his security camera footage. He most certainly arrived on the day itself. Take another look at the photo and think this over. Oh, you can actually take a look at the photo. Entered through the balcony. I think he got in through the balcony. Neo-san's room is on the 4th floor of the apartment. The police also confirmed that there were no traces of entry from the outside. Please think it over again. Definitely a superpower. I think he might have teleported into Mio's room. I myself wish that were the case countless times. Yet a reason exists that denies this possibility. Please think it over again, Dumbo. The man had an accomplice. Someone must have helped him get in. Brilliant. Yes, that is the only explanation. It's clear from the security footage as well as his uniform with the cap in the ceiling space. The man under the bed is in fact the maintenance worker. Note the time shown in the security footage, 5 past midnight. This must be the time when the man arrived in Neo-san's apartment. Well, no, wait, that's not true though. Neo-san, regarding the time that the man was caught in security footage, does it ring any bells? So that's actually wrong, right? It's not the time that he arrived, it's the time that he left. Wasn't it? Wasn't he on his way out of the apartment? I guess it depends on which orientation you're looking at. Which orientation the security camera is. Right? Maybe it is the time he arrived. I thought he was going out. I thought he was on his way to the other apartment. But that doesn't make sense. He didn't go to the other apartment. I thought he was just trying to flee. After he left the room. See, I thought this was the outside. And this was the inside. Because that's sure there's a mat here, but this looked like inside to me. So I thought this was going out. He's walking. I guess so. I thought these were the exit doors. So I thought he was going out. I thought this was in the lobby because in my apartment, the camera is in the lobby, and it's between the door, between the external and internal door. So these are the exit doors. Yeah. So. Oh, I thought he was facing this way. Oh, but what you're saying is he's facing this way. Yeah, so you're saying that he's looking. Oh, let's not use Tagi as a thing. Let me change my stand. You're saying that he's walking this way and looking that way. I thought he was walking this way and then looking back this way. But yeah, okay, anyway. Pixel games, right? Pixel games. Okay, but we all agree that this is the outside and this is the inside. Yeah, I just misinterpreted his. I guess, yeah, this is his tie, right? He's looking this way. I thought this was the back of his... Somehow I thought that this was the back of his jacket. Like he had a windbreaker. Like to me, this looked like the hood of a windbreaker. Anyway, I think this is on you. And like I thought he was holding the box under him. He is holding the box under his arm, but that wasn't really conclusive. But yeah, that was what I visualized. So I thought he was headed out this way, just around midnight. But that means, huh? Wait, something's wrong here. Indeed, hearing that there's a man in the room, Mio-san ran to the police station for help around midnight. Yet at just around the same time, a man in a work uniform is shown on security footage at the apartment entrance. But why? The maintenance worker is a man under the bed. His timing is uncannily coincidental. So, Miss Azami, the man who was supposedly under the bed was actually not in the room yet. Caught on security footage a few minutes later, he then makes his way into Mio-san's room. Who does this point to as the man's accomplice? Jasmine! I have doubts about Jasmine. It's always the least It's always the least suspicious person, as we all know. Jasmine came here for the first time for this case. Please think it over again. I think it's you, director. You're the only person capable of setting everything up like this. This was a tutorial, wasn't it? Will you get serious already? Please think it over again. No, I think when she ran to the police station, likely there isn't a single merit from Mio-san to do such a thing. Please think it over again. Could it be Aiko-san, perhaps? She lied while seeing the man inside the room. Fabulous! A fine accomplishment indeed. Mrs. Harvey, you have the rare ability to discern the truth. You have the rare ability to click every answer besides the truth before discerning the truth. The mystery is now solved. You're trying to do Dave the Diver without actually being awesome enough to be Dave the Diver. Her telling you that there's a man under the bed. Weren't these the magic words that enabled the man to sneak into the room? That's true. Without hearing that, Mio wouldn't have left the room without locking up. Hey, how dare you throw random accusations at me? If the man actually exists, he's not passing through walls or walking around. Begs the question, what did Aiko actually see? Aiko-san, I think you told us you kept watch outside the door so the man wouldn't come out, correct? That's precisely when you let the dude in. With an insider, the room getting covered in red makes a ton more sense. So it is true, really. She's like, but she's not actually saying anything. I couldn't believe it. But now, what are you mumbling about? You aren't going to believe this bunch of weirdos, are you? The following is just speculation, but Mio-san has had a past dug up and is under a lot of pressure. You are recommending she moves into a rather expensive home. How could a mere college student afford to rent a luxury apartment like yours. Were you perhaps planning to have Mio-san return to sugar dating? My power of vision sees it all. Offering help as a benevolent third party, recommending a place with expensive rent. Were you going to grant her a place to maximize her youth while she can? You must be enjoying ample profit margins to justify all this. Even with the efforts involved in carrying out such an elaborate incident. You mentioned having connections. How befitting of a job hunting consultant. Her mouth is still going haywire. Your consultancy, of course, may be a front for catering to your cadre of CEOs and top brass. And providing them with sugar dating dispatches. So that one girl, that one rumor actually was correct. There was one rumor early on that said she was basically still running a front for sugar daddies, if I'm not wrong. Aiko-san, is this true? What are you talking about anyway? How dare you ask me this? Are you stupid or what? Huh? You bunch out here to find the culprit and lock him up. Looking for causes isn't going to solve anything. But how aspirin can you get? Useless bunch of morons. Aspirin? Listen here, it's a fact that a man was in the seating space. Which means I did nothing. Everything is that guy's fault. Aiko-san? Mio, you're a smart girl. You don't believe any of this nonsense, do you? Stick with me and you can earn as much as you want and live in comfort. Just keep listening to me and forget the small things like you always did. You'll be happy and rich. And life will be just as good as mine in no time too. Also you, Asami or whatever, you will answer for this. Yikes. How dare you challenge me with your forgettable face and ridiculous ideas? Total waste of my time. I'm far too busy for this. I'm leaving. Time to get a splash on social media, Azami. Hey, you dropped something. Is this a card? How was your first case, Miss Azami? I must take my leave. I have something to attend to. Oh, wait a minute, Director, what about Mio? Lost connection. Mio, are you... You're not okay, are you... I'm good, I'm okay now. I wish I could... Oh, right, I'll make sure to throw away that doll we found, so don't worry about that. Oh, I have something to attend / maybe? I don't think so. Mio? Doll? That doll. Mio? Yes, I need to get rid of it. All of it. Like nothing ever happened. My room is in this state. I should start cleaning it. Let me help. It's okay. I need some time alone. Thank you for everything. But I'm good. Leave it all to me. Mio? Guess that's it for us then. But Jasmine, you haven't solved anything yet. Mio is still in. Santa's job ends here. Rest is up to the police and lawyers. Huh? Yeah, I get how you might feel. But Mio herself says she's fine. It's not our place to step in. Is that really so? Thing is, I feel this case isn't over yet. Huh. What the hell? I thought they were cooking up some exorcist nonsense, and this happens. How would they know about my involvement in sugar dating dispatch? Who or where did that leak from? But how could that... What the... No way. No, they kicked me from the dispatch group. How dare they? How many girls do they think I found for them so far? I'm so pissed. You should have stopped at the doll. Hey, told you, I did exactly as you said. I was spooked too when that Mio girl's room turned all red. I saw her heading out, so thought I'd scare her even more. But the space under the bed was blocked, and she came home while I was thinking. I rushed up the bookshelf so there wasn't time for me to throw blood around or anything. Then who actually splattered that blood? Huh? What was that? No, no way. It's a director. It's a director. I have something to do. Huh? What? No. The man under the bed? No, that's impossible. You can't actually exist. Chum chum chum. She paid me to do this. She tricked me into doing it. I didn't do anything. No, don't run off. What the? Hey, wait. This is Tendu, yeah. This is his second power, teleportation. He claimed to not have teleportation as a power. No, please don't. Oh. Nick her hand. Leave Aiko-san alone. Oh, leave Aiko-san alone. I will make her pay. Huh? That voice? Is it you, Mio? When I was attacked by the man in the room and passed out, I came to pretty quickly. I heard everything. Aiko-san, I'm done for today, and so on. So you already knew that Aiko-san was behind this? Yes, I did, Azami. But that no longer even matters. Anyway, Aiko-san, why did you know my secret? Huh? How did you know? I had an accidental pregnancy once, back during my sugar dating days. Pregnancy? What are you talking about? That doll. It was a message that you know about my past, right? A red and silent doll that symbolizes a baby. I didn't want anyone to know. But then why do you? Wait, too much is going on. Mia, what's going on? Please take it easy. Azami, thank you for telling me about the doll. You were right about everything. The man under the bed. This woman here. I'm feeling a strange power inside me. I think I could kill this woman with it. You're amazing, Azami. I did as you told me, and everything happened just as you said. I should have believed just you from the beginning, and done as you told me. Mio, wait, what are you talking about? But my medical records weren't in this woman's place. Tell me where they are. I need to erase my past entirely. I really don't know what you're talking about, Mia. Enough with the nonsense. That doll was just a random doll I picked up. Azami, you told me this too. I will attract interest wherever I go. That I had little more to lose, whatever I did. I didn't say that, you know I wouldn't. Why are you being like this, Mia? Oh wait, maybe it wasn't you then? Anyway, that doesn't matter either now. My name and address, my past, everything's out there online now. I can't go back to my folks, won't be safe at home. Wherever I go, I'm watched by eyes that know my past. What am I supposed to do? Why should I even care? I'm going to kill you. You're joking, right, Mio? You're smart enough to know this won't mean a thing. Just put that down and listen to me, okay? She does put it down to grab her cheeks like this, right? She keeps going between the knife animation and this animation. But where's her knife and she's doing this? No, Mio! Don't do this to yourself. 3 hands, maybe more. Asamin, I. You alright, Asamin? Jasmine? Responders on the way, they're almost here. It's gonna be okay. Jasmine, how did you... Heard from the bossman. Bossman's vision thingy knew you were heading to Icos. Loose cannon match. So the director's watching me. Meow. Once again, going off your own like that, way too risky. I'm sorry, Jasmine, and thank you. If I realized earlier, Mia would have done such a thing. Hey, don't go blaming yourself. I guess what you did kinda prevented the worst, yeah? Yeah, I guess. And the bossman should have told me earlier. I wonder if the director knew this was going to happen. Beats me. Could have gone much worse without the bossman giving a heads up. Guess the vision abob's pretty handy. Dude's priorities though. Speak of the almighty. What is it? Way too fast with the edit. The Urban Myth Dissolution Center channel is streaming now. Are the center's videos always streamed so soon? The target of today's investigation is the infamous man under the bed. Seems that the man under the bed actually exists. Turns each case into this kind of feel-good entertainment bit. Those spreading rumors fade away if there's watchable content like this. I hope Mio's rumors fade away fast. They'll get bored quick and jump over to the next rumor. Anyway, you'll be reporting back to the bossman, yeah? I'll drive you. Thank you, Jasmine. Our staff member who was at the scene has safely completed the investigation. The younger woman, B, had little choice but to move out. As for the woman, A, who first witnessed the man under the bed, we have lost all contact with her and are unaware of her whereabouts. The Urban Myth Dissolution Center staff sincerely wish that Miss A is safe and sound. This case came to an intriguing conclusion. After what happened to Mio, I wouldn't call it intriguing. Are you worried about Mio? She hasn't done enough to be prosecuted, that's what I thought. Will Aiko-san not even be held accountable? It feels unfair. Yes, unfair indeed, however. I will remind you that there are many forms of accountability. More importantly, I can't wait to see what you have. The card you brought with you. More importantly, were you watching through your vision again? Director, don't you feel any emotions? Emotions are an interesting research topic. That is where rumors and urban myths originate. Can you stop bobbing up and down, you cretin? Forget I mentioned it. Aha, exquisite. What is it? Take a good look at this card. It's as if it's predicting our next case. Predicting the tragedy about to befall you. What exactly is this card? This is one of the Illuminate cards. They are rumored to be prophetic. The card. Why is that suddenly? Happened 7 years ago too. Now this is on cruise control by itself. Director, I actually have one of them. One of these cards is said to foretell the end of the world. This is an actual cutscene now. I cannot control the speed of the text. I'm curious about the fate of the card's owner. Seems everything is in motion now. That's enough for today. Do I believe in prophecies? I believe a good sounding one if it sounds bad. Wait, is that an Illuminate card? Why do you have it? Since when did I have this card with me? How should I know? Well, good work, Sammy. Catch you next week. Tomaragi here, about the new face at the center. Seems unrelated to the other incident. Meguria hasn't shown much we could look into. Roger that. Out. Back then, we couldn't possibly have realized. Oh no, don't do this kind of thing. What was about to happen? Don't. I don't like this trope. I hate this trope. I hate this kind of foreshadowing. Like at the very end of an episode. But they never knew that the most terrible day of their lives was about to arrive. It certainly doesn't. I hate those. Lazy storytelling. Episode 2, Reflection of Death. It is still cutscene, so I still cannot control anything. Or at least I'm not controlling. I haven't tried. I didn't know the center roof is like this. Do I have control again? I think I do. About what we were discussing. You mentioned Aiko dropping one after we completed Dissolution. Yes, this one and this one. This is the Illuminate card, Eye in the Darkness. Why Aiko had this card is a question in itself. Yet of high importance right now is this Illuminate card, Devastation and Judgment, which you say you own from before. I think I received it from someone, but don't really remember. I remembered I left it in my bag since then, so hehe. Would you happen to know of a community site on the dark web? The dark web? Sounds kinda ominous. There's a site called Samezima. There's descriptions of all 6 Illuminate cards. Various other topics to earthquakes and shrines. A certain president is actually a stand-in. I didn't know. Samezima is a hub for those who appreciate such conspiracy theories. Devastation and judgment is the very future that these Zimmers hold long for. It seems your card is predicting such a future. Zimmers refer to it as the Great Reset. Wait a minute. Great Reset? The Return. The rumors say the Devastation and Judgment card depicts it. Why would I have such a thing? And it's just a prophecy, we don't know if it will actually. I love her pixel art. When she's not bobbing up and down, we can determine whether the prophecies are true by observing your actions. Now I need to tell you about today's request. A streamer. It's very nice art in general, yeah. A streamer has asked us to confirm the presence of a ghost. I also enjoyed that the first story did not end in a vanilla manner. They threw in the twist at the end, right? It's not a huge twist, like the perpetrator was still the perpetrator, but I did enjoy the additional twist after that. Devastation, Juju Mental. Yo, wake up already. You're asleep mumbling like hell. Oh, so sorry. Devastation, Judgment had me worried there. The director showed me an ominous website. Jasmine, do you know about the Illuminate cards and the prophecies on them? Illuminate cards? Count on the boss man to take interest, huh? The director does seem on top of all occult-related info. I meant to ask, what's today's case about? We're looking to a live streamer. Oh. One of his vids sparked a bit of a mess, and the streamer reached out to the center. The actual wording is, see for myself and prove that ghosts are real. Okay. Does that mean that live streamer talks about spirits and the occult? Hey, good guess. Saves me the trouble of explaining. Oh, so I guess right? Yep, occult live streamer 800k subs. Been streaming quite a while, it seems. Check out the vid while we're on the road. This newest one, right? Is this a ritual or something? The scene in question is near the end. Come on, pretty please. Kinoko. Really? His name is Kinoko, like the mushroom? He even has mushroom hair. I know this place is the real deal. Come, show yourself. Mary. 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 Show yourself. Huh? Behind me? What? Huh? Nothing there? A ghost? Was that a ghost in the back? You mean this is real? He staged holding for views, of course he did. Trending on socials for sure. And then he contacted the center to try to prove it, right? As a stunt. Ghost watching streamers home has resident ghosts or some such. A resident ghost? Does it mean the house is haunted? Or it's a one of those stream snipers who found out where his home was. Don't know much really. By the way, our client, the streamer, why did he think of reaching out to our center? Do you know? Don't know? Too bored to ask the boss man about the small things. Just as a client, okay? Anyway, get busy with the social media search first. Understood? I sent you the link, did you get it? Try following the rumor from there. What should I search? Don't be asking me anything and everything. Try giving the thought yourself. Use your glasses. Sorry, you're right. I need to look up what kind of ghost is involved this time, right? Right, according to our facts so far, a ghost appeared. Looks like this urban myth is dependent on the location. So I'd search for rumors related to this place and location. Ooh, how helpful. Jeez, you made me use this dusty your brain with those questions of yours. Even though this stuff's not in my wheelhouse. Well, I leave it in your hands. Understood. I'm on it. This symbol is very familiar. This ghost stream is unbelievable. This is Maji. It's like for real. So, the ghost did show up in the video. What a creepy photo. Emmy, hi Emmy. How are you doing? It is a slightly horror-ish game, yeah, for sure. Just in time for the new case. Now that you look at it, no matter how you look at it, there's a girl with long hair. That's intense. Jasmine, this ghost looks like a woman to me. A lady ghost, huh? IDK how I feel about the scary games. I don't like that. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's a scary game per se. They're investigating myths, but the first one turned out to be, it's a crime actually. It's actually a crime solving game. I bet this one is also most likely some kind of crime. It is some crime committed under the guise of it being a paranormal thing, I think. But I bet at least one of the scenes, at least one of the 6 cases will involve something that they cannot actually explain, right? Dislike the imagery, yeah, that's true. I do like a certain level of it. Like the seven mysteries of the school kind of thing in Japan. This is kind of similar. These are like folk urban myths, tales. A summoning? Seriously? Summoning ghosts, so like ordering food delivery, but ghosts? Huh? What do you mean? Because ghosts are everywhere all the time. It's strange that someone would go out their way to summon them. Makes sense you feel that way as someone who sees them all the time. But it's not actually ghosts you're seeing, right? Oh, right. I bet when we go there we'll find footprints and stuff. I thought it was just a normal girl at first, but that thing isn't from this world. The streamer's room has frosted glass. It makes everything look scarier. Images like that where the face is unclear are all the more creepy. Yeah, sure, faker. Look, it's this guy again, the red car guy. Some people think it's a setup. I get it. The ghost stream, no, it's not set up. He thinks it's a guy from League of Legends. He's like, that's not a girl, that's Faker. The ghost stream this time is godly. This time, he's usually just waiting around for something in his vids. You don't know who that is? Terrible, Satinal, terrible. Hinoko Tanihara is the top ghost watcher in the country now. Hard to believe he used to do prank vids all those years ago. Hinoko Tanihara. This is our client. Oh yeah, that must be him. His channel's not the most well known, but he gets attention for exploring occult topics related to spirits. Anyway, he has a lot of subscribers. Searching the name might help me find out more about him. Maybe we should look into what people are saying about Kinoko Tanihara. Search it up. But for a niche internet micro celebrity like Kinoko, you might need to add keywords to narrow things down. So he's not that niche, you see, if I have to add keywords. You did say before that I should look into rumors related to the location or even the building itself. I'll try looking for some related keywords. I bet he's gonna get cursed this time, for sure. I wonder if the streamer is okay. I think he was saying he hopes to get possessed or cursed. Who would summon a ghost in a haunted apartment? He's out of his mind. I don't get how he can do that. He's doing that kind of thing all the time. Wait, this apartment's a scary one? What happened? That's right, the place in the video seems so creepy. But it might not be just because of ghosts. Might run into people scarier than ghosts. This apartment's on the spirit spot map. Seems like a real deal. The real deal? No way. It's not that scary. It's not that scary, Annie, she says. That wasn't me. That was Jasmine. What's the spirit spot map? Ooh, how scary. Go on and give it a search. Kinoko Tanihara. Too many search results. Spirit spot map. Too many search results. Together. I look on the spirit spot map for the apartment that Kinoko's using for his streams, and it showed up right away. Which is funny because you would think that like this kind of message shouldn't really appear. This shouldn't appear, right? Because I didn't search for the word Tanihara is not actually in any of the posts here. So searching for these two terms should not actually pull up this post. Also, this is Sushi Guy. There are websites you can use to look up spirit spots. You should look up your neighborhood. There might be spirit spots near you. This is like Umeki Han, Machi, and basically like First Street. couple. Umeki. I think someone I know went and said there's an old lady ghost who chatters on and on at a rapid pace. What? Creepy ghosts like that show up there? There's a popular urban myth about an old lady who moves around really fast, but this one seems to be a fast talker instead. Or what's so scary about someone who just talks fast? That's me, basically. Old lady? I heard it was a young woman who stands waiting for you by the front door. There's the apartment rumor. I can't follow this at all. That's rumors for you. Also, if the ghost was standing at the door, I wouldn't be able to go in and out of the room. I put all my hopes on the window. Oh, is this rumor? Well spotted. Exactly the kind of thing the boss man would check. Give it a search. You mean the Umeki flats in Umekicho, right? The place is infamous in my area, haunted by a young woman's ghost. Oh, so it is Umeki. This is Ume, like plum. This is Ki, like tree. And this is Cho, it's like street. Anyway. They're talking about the young woman ghost again. Umeki Cho's Umeki Flats. I need to write this down. Infamous in the area, huh? Interesting. Matches what we heard from the others too. Maybe it's true. No, we're not complete. Apartment rumor. How does apartment rumor have that's not specific enough. Rumors like that always become the base of ghost stories. An old lady standing there, visitors coming at specific times. An old lady in your room when you move in. Elderly people make mistakes like that, don't they? You're probably the only one who'd be able to see that old lady. What should you do if your apartment has 13 steps in the staircase? This sounds like a school rumor. Huh? What's wrong with having 13 steps? Skip a step, I guess, but someone's gonna fall sooner or later. The Hanako-kun, the toilet-bound Hanako-kun anime does have something like this, I'm pretty sure. And they say the third step is haunted or something. So don't step on it. Whenever I go to the restroom, the old guy on the first floor beats the ceiling with his stick so hard, I can't squeeze one out. Someone save me! Why would that happen? Even footsteps would set them off. I really should watch it sometime. I liked it. I actually liked it. A couple of the seasons kind of start slow, but I was fully invested by the end, even though I didn't think I would like a couple of the seasons, but I actually really liked it. They all hit pretty good for me. I don't mind if it's just talk, but my apartment building is really old and run down. People come here on theirs, they're so loud and annoying. So people see it like a ghostly pilgrimage or something? That's a pretty messed up pilgrimage. Give them a proper scare then. I agree. Yeah, so does she. What? If one of the rooms in the apartment I lived in was haunted, I'd definitely be worried. Now I can't help but worry about my place. What if there are similar accounts there? You only worry about that stuff if you think about it. Just don't think about it. I'll live anywhere if the rent is cheap enough, even if the place has a dark history. Wow, how are they not bothered by that? It's pretty important to just not worry about it. Place with history? Thought that was just the name of an urban myth now. Wait, what? There are urban myths with properties with dark histories? For sure, they're in movies too. Surely there is a grand novel out there with that exact title. Seems to be popular phrasing with urban myths. That's how it is. The room has been clean either way. I live there. So like, how clean and nice the room is of higher priority than it is haunted. I sure hope the room is clean if you're just moving in. So when my dad was helping me move into my first apartment, here, not this apartment I'm living in, but my last apartment, And one of the questions he asked to the lady when we were renting the room is like to the like we went to the apartment complex's main office to rent the room, and he was like, "Is this room haunted?" And she thought a while and she was like, "Nope." But that was one of his priorities when we rented the room. I heard stories where they cover the back of the tatami mats with Ofuda wards. We see this a lot in anime. I could never. Those tatami mats would get real damp covered like that. Okay, this one they're talking about the bottom side of the mats. Underneath the mats. Complete social media visit. Did I miss anything? Not unless there's something nonsense like this, but I don't think there are. And we've already done this one. And I didn't miss any classes, right? I don't think I did. What about books? New stigmatized property. A friend of a dear friend had come to me for help. They needed support after they moved into a new apartment and an incident occurred. They moved into a place referred to as a stigmatized property. By law, real estate agents must notify a potential tenant if the previous occupant died from illness or suicide in the room. Watch which one? Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. An anime? Jibako Shonen Hanako-kun. That one. Mind the dashes. I'm not sure if there's a dash in the first. In the first one, in the first word, first two words. But that anime was pretty good. And it's not really horror either. It's not. In fact, there's very little horror. Yeah, Satinov's going to tell you all about it. About the history behind the name. Anyway. They needed support after they moved to a new apartment. Incident occurred. They moved to the place by law real estate agents. Yeah, I read that one. But after just one new tenant moves in, agents no longer need to disclose this fact to future tenants. So I asked my friend what kind of place they got. Seems that one of the previous occupants was a family. The parents abused their children and made noise at all hours, even getting into fights with the neighbors. After a while, it all stopped. Maybe the children grew up or the family moved away. The rent for the place was pretty cheap, so there was no problem finding a new tenant. But less than 3 months later, the tenant moved out. My dear friend's friend moved in at the time. Less than a day later, they contacted me to ask if we could video talk over the phone. We started chatting, but the sound quality was so bad, I had to adjust my phone several times. Their voices began to sound more and more robotic. Their voice and lip movements fell out of sync and became increasingly erratic. When I asked if we could stop the call, they apologized. No need to apologize, I'm not your dad, I joked. As if in answer, we heard a scream over the phone. I'm sorry. I won't do it again, please don't hurt me. Anyway, they're looking for a new place now. You have to pause play again. Oh no. It's basically this, right? The video quality, the Twitch quality was so bad that you have to pause and play several times. Else my voice begins to sound more and more robotic, and you really have to add breaks. Yeah. A lot of anime featuring the story, and that anime is several seasons, while male version of the ghost is usually female. Yeah, but the ghost is they don't actually focus on the horror parts of the game. Of the tale. They actually basically say, what if all the tales are true and all those ghosts actually live in the school, and then things happen and they weave a really grand story around it. I like it a lot. And the art style is also very nice. You change your name, it's because of girls. Change your mind, it's because of girls. Oops. So, this means Hinako-san's ritual was a success, and the ghost went elsewhere? Yep, and he was called out to those in famous apartments to handle something huge. Bullseye. Found the address on the spirit spot map. Umekicho 123, Umeki Flats 104. Sounds a haunted junction to me. Kind of. Oh no, that means there's definitely something there. So wait, so in that last case, the man and the electrician guy and Aiko, we never actually did resolve who made the red things explode, right? Like who sent the blood all around the room. It wasn't the electrician guy, it wasn't Aiko, and it wasn't our friend either. Was it though? Mio did it? I don't think it was Mio. Was it? It definitely wasn't the electrician guy. But was it Mio? Are you sure? Yeah, or someone told her what to do who we never found out. Yeah, someone who she thought was us, right? Some loose ends that will come to haunt us eventually. In mission number 6. Anyway, so we go hunting an apartment that's a known spirit spot. More on that later, probably. Also, there was that guy standing at the building at the very start of the first mission, and also the girl that was talking with Jasmine the person that was talking to Jasmine at the very end, who probably was that guy as well. Jasmine, I really can't handle ghosts at all. I'll see them all, I'm sure of it. Seeing them won't hurt, will it? If you just hang out. Look at her gloves. Her gloves have the back 2 fingers are covered. The front 2 fingers are uncovered. Interesting set of gloves. But here the thumb is covered and the index finger is covered. Here the index finger is not covered. Besides, they're not really ghosts, right? I'm scared just as much. Gotta do what you gotta do, sucker. It's a pain, but we need to identify which urban myth might be related. Not my job, so I'll leave it to you, sucker. Yes. Umeki Flats 104. Hello. You're here from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center? I'm Asami Fukurayan. Hey, you're a girl? Could you be the one in the prophecy? Huh? What are you talking about? Too late now, but I really like the background going by the car windows. Yeah, and we'll see it again. We'll see it multiple times, right? I also noticed that it was... I mean, obviously, but I did notice after a while that it was repeating. Because you can see the shop sign going by all the time. It is low detail and nostalgic to ancient games. Yeah, I was definitely paying attention to that as well. Huh? What are you talking about? Life shall be taken from they who face the mirror and call the woman. Is that card an illuminating card? That can be our next vid. Hinoko's fate was prophesied. Repeats the 80s cartoons. Not sure what you're talking about anyway. Is that card? I don't know, just brainstorming. It's nothing really. Introducing myself, Kinoko Tanihara here. Did you see Kinoko's spirit stream? Did you see the woman? Yes? I've been getting so many inquiries since that stream. They all want to collab. So happy, busy, happy here. Your Urban Myth Dissolution Center has a solid channel too. I watch every vid. Oh, thank you. How many tens of thousands followers were you at? Got me thinking maybe we could share some fans with each other, couldn't we? Share some fans? I thought your request was... Oh, that, yes, just as I wrote. I want to see for myself and prove that ghosts are real, that I'm not setting this up. I don't stream during the day, so go ahead and check out this place. Okay, sure. First, we should look into why the ghost was filmed. What happened during the stream? Kitsuragi's notebook. Then after some of that's cleared up, I should ask about the Illumini card. Hey, I might be getting the hang of this investigator job. Investigation? On. I like this word. Investigation on. This kind of I'm building with like a cutaway view of the room. Reminds me of Hidamari's sketch, right? Can I click on this? What? Oh. Observe. It's in the shade and kind of dreary overall. The kitchen window has frosted glass. You can't see much by peeking in. I don't see anything unusual, but it's kind of creepy still. Is Mushroom-san going to continue living here? Plants are moving. So this is the apartment he streams from. Talk about rundown. Definitely haunted. Doesn't remind you of that at all? Sorry. Jasmine? About the ghost that shows up in the video. What should I look into and how? You're asking me about ghost stuff? Well, I'll start by talking to Kinoko Dio. Next, check the room you're streaming from. Also, the lady outside might be from around here. Ask her if she knows of any ghost rumors. Thank you, I'll do that. Hi. She looks at the ghost. Hello, excuse me. Would you mind if I ask you something? Could I ask you about your neighbor? Huh? About room 104? Oh, I see, room 104? You want to know about room 104? Where that horrible incident happened? I know more than anyone else. Guess why? Because I live next to room 104. That's great to hear. Would you happen to know anything about the rumors around this apartment? She just said yes. Oh, I'm Asami Fukurai. Can I ask you your name? Oh, the nameplate, miss. Unaired? Unare? Unaired? What? It's Unai. Oh, she couldn't read the kanji. You're gonna forget anyway. Miss Neighbor is fine. I live next to the famous room 104. I've been a neighbor since long before that incident happened. I know this apartment better than anyone. About Kinoko-san. Then how about Kinoko-san? Eh? Kinoko? Your neighbor in room 104? Ah yes. He moved in without knowing anything? Poor him. I'd switch rooms if I could. I envy him. I heard he does that thing on the internet, like on TV. Oh yes, that's right. The residency are scary too. Somewhat scary, neighbor. I guess that isn't quite the woman. At least from the picture, her hair is long. Also, that's obviously not gonna be. Like, obviously, there's gonna be some twist that we haven't found yet about the person outside. Did you see the video? Were you able to watch Kinoko-san's live stream video? Huh? Eh? The ghost showed up in that video. The ghost? It did? Of course it would. We're famous around here as the haunted apartments. I don't know what the video is about, but I feel the ghost presence. You do? The boy in room 104 too, probably. Who's doing this creepy ritual? How do you know? So this neighbor lady hasn't seen the video itself. Come to think of it, I wonder what ritual he was doing in the stream. Several things I should check with Kinoko-san about. About the rumored ghost. Would you happen to know anything about the ghost rumored to haunt this apartment? Ghost? Rumors? Oh, you mean room 104? Do you mean the ghost used to live in room 104? We had police cars and an ambulance and quite a crowd here. Were you there when it happened? Did you see or hear anything? I heard the sound of something breaking and a scream, crash and such. Whoops. But those folk aren't strangers to fighting. I heard a man screaming. I peeked through the entrance and there was blood everywhere. This photo's from back then. Oh. Blood everywhere. You mean the whole room was red? That's a different myth. No, just around the middle. It looks like a fountain of blood has spurted from the center of room 104. Near the middle of the room? Rings a bell. Did you know what the rumor is? Did you know this apartment was famous for its rumors? Silly question, since we've already done 4 other topics about this. It's on the internet too, yes? Welcome to the haunted and vaunted Umeki flats. I see visitors even taking pictures sometimes. Owner was worried sick, and no wonder. No one wants to live there after what happened. That mushroom boy in one of the scene. Now, did they actually refer to him as mushroom boy here? If you don't know Japanese, you'll have no idea what she's talking about here, right? I wonder how long he'll last. Yeah, but it's because Kinoko is mushroom. Observe. You should have translated it mushroom hair. Yes, because his hair is kind of like a mushroom. The smell of a new tatami mat. One of the tatami mats looks new. Tatami mats must be expensive. But why would you want to change just one? There must be something underneath. Observe. Camera and light streaming equipment. Have to make sure I don't knock them over. So he was filming the mirror from here. Hey, I see Jasmine in the mirror. So the area around the entrance would be the camera's frame. That might mean that. He turned to face me. This mirror is the one that showed the ghost in the video. Maybe I shouldn't stare into it. Oh yes, I need to ask about the spirit that appeared in it. I thought I might find something, but no luck. I might see something with the glasses on. Spoilers. Wowza, if we only had a Zashiki Warashi mascot like you, viewers would love it. Zashiki Warashi is like a tatami ghost. It's a tatami spirit who hangs around like old houses, I guess. Can I start by asking you about your work? Hinoko-san's a live streamer, yes. I've been doing this for quite a long time. Shifted focus to the occult around 5 years ago. You have a ghost watching channel, right? I default to streaming live on-site from spirit spots. My solo hide-and-seek video went ballistically viral. And here I am. Ballistically viral, I see. I default to planning and streaming entirely alone. And that's about it? And you handle all this equipment alone? That's really cool. Mind if we took a look around the room? Too late, right? Because we've already done it. Could you tell me about the stream where the ghost showed up? Yes, the meat of the interview. I have this fixed camera in this room, and I was waiting in front of the room for a ghost to appear. And voila! Have any other ghosts made appearances in your stream before? I wouldn't say they haven't made an appearance, but this time is the first time their form has been so clear. I guess making sure the mirror was properly being filmed helped a lot. Did you see a ghost? Kinoko-san, did you see the ghost directly during the stream? Yeah, about that. I admit I never got to see it myself. Got a ton of comments saying, "Behind you!" So I spun around quickly, but nothing there. When you turn around, you see the mirror and the wall. If someone was around here, you would have seen them. Does this mean the ghost wasn't around here? Maybe the apartment ghost was trying to hit somewhere and happened to be filmed? Azami's weird theories. Would that be possible? good point. If we know the answer, we could catch it on film for the next stream. Yes, we really need to know where the ghost was headed. Need answers quick. Here we go, ghost hunting. Wish you had seen the car background. We'll see it. You'll see it in a bit. Once we transition out of this scene. How about this room? Basically, it's in the background of every single transition scene, pretty much. At least in the first case it was. Kinoko-san, are you still going to live here? Are you considering moving to? Kinoko-san isn't actually living here. Oh no. I'm just renting this place as a studio. Ah, I see. Glad to hear. I was getting worried. You know, lack of furniture in the room. No food in the kitchen. Assumedly. But isn't it scary streaming from the spirit spot? Precisely why I rented it. The reason I had that mirror in frame was because it came with the room too. Really? It came with the room? I thought it was a prop. Why bother renting a place that doesn't have a share of ghost rumors? One thing though, my neighbor jumps on any related gossip, so watch yourself. You were doing a mysterious ritual in the video. What exactly was it about? Ah yes, there was a seance, a spirit summoning ritual. It did one I found on this should be right? I did one I found on the net, just as written. At 2 AM in a dark room, stand in front of the mirror and turn around 3 times. Turn around 3 times. Speak the name Mary to the mirror 3 times. And that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Do this and a ghost should appear in the mirror. This is a summoning ritual that dates back to the Middle Ages, tried and true. Pretty simple for a ghost summoning ritual. Cards prophecy. Kinoko-san, do you know about the Illuminate cards? Cards with prophecies on them, yes? What, are you a Zimmer too? Ah, no. I just happened to visit the Same Zimmer website. I thought I read something there about a card with a mirror and a woman. Oh, really? I'm the one in a prophecy? Best video game material ever. What a gift to be cursed like that. You really should be careful around that prophecy. You might find yourself in danger, you know? Oh yes! Yes, please! We have 2 things to do here. We still have to use our glasses. And we still have to talk to some people, right? Nope. No more people to talk to. Never mind. New person. Were you able to read the nameplate? Jasmine, were you able to make out the neighbor's nameplate? Oh yeah, unsettling something thing. Her name is Unai-san. You actually talk to that lady? Epic people skills, Zami. That unreal lady, the neighbor. Phew, I'm much more comfortable talking to you. My personality shines through sometimes. By the way, did the lady see the ghost in a bit? I want to check whether it looked like the ghost in the local rumors. Good idea. She says she knows a lot about the apartment, so I'll ask her what I can. Yes? So I can't actually show her the ghost. I can't actually show her the... I guess we kind of talk to her with that, but not really. Oh no. What the? A long-haired woman straddling a man? No, wait, what's going on here? Looks different from the shadow shown in the video. If the neighbor lady was right, Does this mean the incident did happen here? He said incident, but I wonder what happened. Looks like a serious fight. This is not a serious fight. This is... This is Umi or whatever her name stabbing Aiko or whatever her name is, right? Looks like a serious fight, but it's not much of a fight. One person's getting stabbed. I hope. I see something. This apartment is full of these scary shadows. The camera isn't pointed this way, so it can't have been this shadow itself that showed up. Yes, it can. As I thought, peeking in from here, you see the mirror and the camera through it. Long hair, looks like a dress. They seem really angry. If this shadow is a ghost, does it mean I'm now able to see actual ghosts and not just past events? About a ghost set to appear in this apartment. Would it happen to have straight, long hair and be wearing a white dress? You know about her then? You're more than meets the eye. Yes, she had long hair and always wore a white dress. I thought so. It's a woman, correct? Oh, it's nothing. Nothing down. The ghost at the entrance was a woman with long black hair wearing a white dress. There was a weird exchange at the end. I'm not sure if we're going top to down or bottom up. I think it's bottom up, right? Creepy woman. I should write up some notes while I can. A neighbor living just next to Kinoko Tanihara's room 104. She was really interested in me. Yeah, she was really interested in me. Or not? Am I being too self-conscious? Let me rethink this. She was really interested in young man. Yes, she likes young men. Wait, is that right? I don't know if her tastes are quite like that. She was really interested in ghost. That's it. She seemed to enjoy rumors. I was surprised at how intensely she talks. So this one says the previous occupant committed murder-suicide. I don't know that we've actually seen this. I don't know if we actually were told this anywhere else. I need notes on the per people I met. Our client who requested this investigation. Kinoko Tanihara, a ghost watching streamer on BootTube. His hairstyle reminds me of bamboo shoots. No, can't bamboozle me like that. I mean, what was the client's name again? Kinoko Tanihara, a ghost watching stream on BootTube. His hairstyle reminds me of Kinoko-san. Wait, no, that's not the right answer. I guess it is the right answer. I assume the other mushroom would be the one. Yes, Kinoko Tanihara, the mushroom cat. So that was a really stupid answer. That was a really stupid option. What does Kinoko Tanihara's hair remind me of? Kinoko-san. And that was the answer? I mean, I already missed that at the very start of the game. I didn't do that for the first part of the first case. Also, that achievement doesn't exist. The achievement is just to complete the game. Yeah, that is definitely a translation issue, right? So weird. ghost that appears in this room. Ghost is woman from room 104. Memory of incident location. It seems it's been showing up for a while now, not just during yesterday's live stream. We've been gathering some clues to an investigation. I wonder what that ghost was, the one that I saw. Maybe I saw the monster who was killed by the man at Kinoko-san's ritual. Was it really? Let's try to remember the neighbor's story and the shadow seen through the glasses. The shadow in the dress who appears in the entrance and in the room. Who could they be? Obviously it was the woman who killed the man in this room. Good. Maybe I saw the woman who killed the man in this room? Oh yes, judging by from the shadows I saw with the glasses, a woman was attacking the man, and once she was done, she probably left this world herself. Which would mean the shadow I'm seeing is a ghost after all. Let's think about what happened during the live stream. Ghost near the entrance, where was the ghost? About the ghost who showed up in Kinoko-san's video. Kinoko-san himself didn't actually see it. Is it because he isn't sensitive to spirits? Miss Azami, what was the situation like during the live stream? So the director's still around. Just a figment of my imagination. It feels kind of funny. Anything wrong? No, I'm fine. So the situation during the live stream? Kinoko Tanihara confirmed that he never saw the ghost himself. How about the viewers who were watching the stream? Right, the viewers were all worked up about seeing the ghost. What could this mean? Maybe we saw a disembodied head who edited into the stream by... So but this doesn't actually fit in any of these, right? Edited in the stream by does not fit here. You can't say maybe we saw edited into the stream by. Here you can't say who edited into the stream by N. And here N edited into the stream. Oh, I guess it does fit here. I thought this was missing, like N was edited into the stream. But depending on how this one is phrased, you could argue that edited in the stream put here. I mean, I know this is not the answer, obviously. But who was inside the room and edited into the stream by Kanako-san? Faked by fans of Kinoko-san. Makes sense. Maybe you saw a disembodied head who was inside the room and faked by fans of Kinoko-san. I'm not so sure. Kinoko-san's stream, there was a mirror behind Kinoko-san. And the mirror should have been reflecting the entrance. Maybe I should check my journal notes just in case. Let me rethink this. Maybe we saw a humanoid ghost who was outside the room and reflected in the mirror behind Kinoko-san. It's possible that this is like also only in the mirror or something, but unlikely, right? Good. Maybe we saw a humanoid ghost who was outside the room and reflected in the mirror behind Kinoko-san. So which way was Kinoko-san facing? So Kinoko-san had to be facing the door, right? Yeah, with the mirror behind him, and he's facing the camera and the door. But he could not see the woman, even though he would have been facing the same direction as well. Yes, sounds about right. We know now what happened during the live stream. Yeah, also he says, yeah. So like, the ghost appeared here. Kinoko-san would have been standing here, facing this way. So he would have been facing the ghost. Whereas the viewers here would have been looking through this mirror to this and then to the mirror. But even though the viewers could see the ghost reflected, he could not see the ghost even though he was looking directly at it. It seems to be what they're trying to say so far, right? Because he definitely was not looking in the mirror. But he was in front of the camera chanting like Mary, 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 and the ghost we saw was over his left shoulder. If I remember the film correctly, we actually have a picture of it, right? Yeah, it appeared over his left shoulder. But that doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess the thing is that the mirror here the implication here is that the mirror is actually on the, like the kitchen is behind here, right? The kitchen is here. It's on the far side of the room. So if we walk back here, the kitchen should have appeared here. But in the video, the kitchen and the ghost appeared here. So I'm not sure how that makes sense. I guess if the mirror wasn't exactly this way, it could make sense. If the mirror was more like this. Or if I guess if the camera. I'm struggling to figure out the physics behind this thing. Anyway. Haunted house. I should make a note about the ghost rumors too. Ghost is woman from room 104. What was notable about the ghost sighted around Mackie Flats? Middle-aged man with mushroom cut. He had a very unique hairstyle. Maybe he's a ghost? Nah, no way. Let's rethink this. Fast-talking punch perm lady. That lady was eccentric. There's no way she's not an anomaly. No, wait. Let's think this over again. Long-haired woman in a white dress. Yes, long hair wearing white dress. She looks like a textbook ghost almost. So scary. You know, I like to call my closest buddies my dear friends. Right. This is a weird picture of the ghost, considering that we know she has long hair. This ghost is an alien with no hair. Okay, second round of thoughts. This tatami mat, that's newer than the others. They probably had to replace it because of the blood stains from the incident. So I guess it did happen here. Let's go talk to the people outside first. How goes it? Yes? Nothing. Any questions for me about the ghost in the video? Kinoko-san, you might tell me where the ghost was when he showed up in the video. Whoa, really? Really? However, we only know about the exact moment the ghost was in the video. I believe he was standing near the entrance and peeking into the room. Obviously, the video caught that, right? This is such a nonsensical conclusion. So I was too focused on the camera to notice. Kinoko-san, just a thought. Is the ghost in the rumors the person who died during the incident here? Oh, you know that too? That's right. The rumors aren't around the apartment as a whole. The incident happened in this very room. Gives room 104 a nice and dark history. Just think of the viewer gains. A nice and dark history. Oh, they immediately jumped me away. I guess there's nothing else to talk about. We found out quite a lot about the ghost. Does this mean Kinoko Gyud summoned the dead ex-resident of room 104 with his ritual? Yes, but there's only so much we can gather from the place itself. Nah, not too bad overall. With this much info stacked up, boss man shouldn't be long. See? I forgot to turn down the sound, so that ring was probably still really loud. Miss Azami, how is it going? Director-san? We found quite a lot of clues, it seems. It's not loud to me though. It's very weird that it is so loud to you. Yes, I think. This streamer was blessed by the fortuitous appearance of an anomaly on live camera. His name is Kinoko Tanihara, by the way. I see. Mr. Kinoko was not only unafraid of the prophecy and the Illuminate card, but actively hoping to find himself in danger. Any progress on that end? Huh? The Illuminate cards are rumored and respected by many. I myself have no knowledge of how these cards actually function. But lo and behold, 2 card holders have appeared amongst close acquaintances, and even a third now. Wait, what? Has misfortune struck yet? My experiments would be much easier if he could get cursed. For example, if an evil spirit is haunting him, it's merely a matter of exorcising it. Yet what might happen to someone harassed by abominations or cryptids? Inquiring minds need to know. Director, sir? Oh, excuse me there. Then let us both assess the clues you found on site and identify this urban man. Yes! Gave the diagram. Uncanny that the ghost watching streamer happened to summon the ghost of the apartment's previous resident. Which urban myth does this case match? Let's get started, shall we? First, this case was initiated by the following event. Kinoko-san was live streaming a ritual to summon a ghost, and a ghost appeared behind Kinoko-san, correct? No. That's right, no, it appeared in front of him. So, Miss Azami. Yes. Tell me about the location where the live stream was being filmed. You learned that the rumor wasn't just a rumor, but based on an actual incident, where was a scene of the spirit summoning ritual. The rumored apartment. This apartment with its numerous rumors swirling about. I'm sure there's some kind of negative aura around the whole place. That was your initial understanding, but you since narrowed it down further. Please think it over again. Streaming studio. A dedicated filming studio, I think. He had a ton of equipment. You could indeed consider it a dedicated studio, but you're missing an important element. Please think it over again. Room 105. This place that Kinoko-san is renting, room 105. It had an actual previous incident happen here. Great! So the stage was set for a compelling live stream. Is this incredibly loud as well? The sound of the things rising. Next, let me ask you about the ghost that appeared, not compared to the front, okay. The ghost that appeared as a result of the ritual. The viewers were fixated on the ghost shown in the screen. Nothing so loud as the front. I'll find a demo someday that's really loud. That will be as loud as the phone. So, Miss Azami, in Kinoko-san video, where exactly was the ghost seen? In the camera's display. Within the camera's finder screen. Yes, it would have been shown on the camera screen due to the filming going on. What's important here is what the camera was filming. Please think it over again. Right in front of Kinoko Tanihara. Kinoko-san was doing the ritual himself, so it appeared right in front of him, I think. If that were the case, Kinoko-san would have been able to see the ghost himself. Please think it over again. Mirror. The ghost was seen through the mirror, so I believe we saw its reflection. Exactly. What's important here is that it first appeared in the mirror. Urban myths are defined by numerous characteristics. Where they appear, their goals, the words they utter. In this case, the initial manifestation was witnessed as a reflection within the mirror. This is a crucial element. So that's a priority. I thought the location where the ghost appeared might be more important. Remember, urban myths are born from rumors. They only come to be after they are noticed by someone, named and mentioned in rumors. Wherever the witness happens to be when they notice it, that becomes the location the urban myth appears at. I see, I think. By the way, about the ghost that appeared in the mirror, it seems its existence wasn't limited to within the mirror itself. So, Miss Azami, you look into this with your glasses. Have you determined where the ghost was? Right behind Kinoko. If I remember correctly, during the live stream, viewers were telling Kinoko-san to look behind him. So right behind Kinoko-san. Not likely at all. Almost like searching for the glasses on your forehead. Wow. Please think it over again. In the mirror. That too was in the mirror itself, of course. Miss Azami, you found clues to the contrary with your glasses. That wasn't in the mirror, no. Please think it over again, dummy. In front of the entrance. Outside the entrance to Kinoko-san's place, I saw a woman's shadow standing there. Excellent! The footage did indeed show a female shadow standing outside the entrance, seen through the frosted glass. Pillar number 2. On to my final question. About the spell that was cast during the ritual. So, Miss Azami, Kinoko-san uttered something as a spell to summon the ghost. What exactly was the spell? Imoim Asayim. Imoim Asayim, I think. Imploring me for Imo won't be going anywhere. Please think it over again. A mantra. A mantra of sorts, I think. I'm pleasantly surprised you know of that. You have a knack for growing fast. Yet mantras are unrelated to this case itself. Please think it over again. A woman's name. He turned around 3 times in front of the mirror and said a woman's name 3 times. Mary, Mary, Mary. Brilliant! Precisely, only one urban myth involves casting this spell. The urban myth that matches the circumstances would be Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, literally. Bloody Mary? A female ghost summoned through Sion's rituals, famous overseas due to her bloodstained appearance. She is referred to as Bloody Mary. Why would such a ghost appear from a mirror? Mirrors are often used in all kinds of incantations. Recently popular forms of Sions will include solitary hide and seek, or the square method done with 4 participants. But if the Bloody Mary ritual made a ghost appear, maybe the summoning did in fact work. I may have yet again witnessed the potential manifestation of an urban myth. I'm ecstatic beyond compare. Phantasmagorical. Director, you're getting excited again. Oh, of course. Anyway, it's the phone off emoji. The letter O is in the phone, but the F's are outside the phone. What a weird emoji. Anyway, what is that? Why is the emoji so... Oh no, that's not a... Why is the emoji like that? That is such a weird emoji. That is such a weird emoji. Anyway, about this Bloody Mary. Let me think. If the summoned ghost is indeed Bloody Mary, she will leave a scratch mark on anyone she attacks. A scratch mark? A scratch? What happens then? It means that if the ritual is successful, Kinoko-san will eventually find himself with a scratch mark. And for those who are scratched, they will lose consciousness at the very least, and their sanity or even lives at worst. You mean they'll die? The presence of such cursed scratches will be good evidence of the ghost's existence. Mr. Sasami, please support Kinoko-san as best you can, to ensure he does get scratched. Excuse me, Director? I'm referring to the client's request. Proof that ghosts are real. Thankfully, our client himself is open to the idea of being cursed himself. Mr. Sasami, please think about what you can do to help make this happen. Are you serious? I need to go prepare the intro scene for this case's video. Let us talk later. Director, hello? Can't believe it. What is he thinking? Hey, I was thinking and... Why don't you get scratched instead, right? Yes, Kinoko-san? Yesterday's vid is really doing the numbers. I think I'll do another one tonight. And you can watch here if you want? Huh? Kinoko's Spirit Stream. I might be interested. Jasmine? The ghost might show up, you know? I hope it does. Mary might do something to you. I hope she does. Kinoko-san, I'm serious here. I'm dead serious too. The viewers want epic results. He's like crying. Besides, I haven't seen her myself. She absolutely must show up. So technically, if he hasn't seen her himself, aren't the viewers at home the ones that are cursed? Part of the gig, I guess. I'm actually pretty interested in how anomalies appear and their impact. Also, Kinoko means it. Yes, Kinoko really means it. I will stop you if things get out of hand, okay? What if the ghost really does show up? Mary? 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 Huh? Even with support from my 2 collab partners tonight, the ghost was a no-show, and that's that. It really felt like it might, but alas. That's a wrap for tonight, folks. Thank you for watching and sleep well. Hey, come on. Why are we suddenly part of the ritual? What are you thinking? Did I upset you? Sorry. Thought about the viewers too much. I'll ask you for permission next time. Real talk, this ritual wasn't gonna fly. But we had actual traces of the ghost. It was a good enough time. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. We're heading out for today, Kinoko-san. We should be alright, yes? Though we were reflected in the mirror at the end. Huh? Huh? Wait. Huh? What? Just now, behind you, Jasmine. Behind me? What? What the heck? Next day. Look, Emmy. Here's the background. after we split last night, I kept checking behind me. Now I'm all short on sleep. This sucks. Not sure if Amy's actually watching or if she happens to be tapped out. I really thought a woman was standing there. Oh, Jasmine, you don't have any scratches anywhere, right? Amy will return in 5 minutes when the stream ends to complain about missing it. Oh, look, that's an Emmy. Eh? The scratches you were rambling about yesterday? Nope. You missed this background. This is the car background. The vehicle background that we were talking about earlier. That's great. Maybe I got mixed up with something I saw with clairvoyance. This background is actually different, isn't it? It's different from the one from the first case file. Because this gap wasn't here, but the gap and the tree wasn't there. And there was a shop sign that's now not there anymore. So it actually changes between cases. Interesting. Same as Erling says, yeah. So it seems that probably each case has its own specific vehicle background, which is really cool. Wipe that grin off your face. Moving on, let's get busy. Yes, any talk on socials about Kinoko's stream last night? Checking now. It looks like yesterday's live stream was doing the numbers. I see. But nothing actually happened during the ritual. Maybe it didn't go down well with the audience. Time to get your doom scroll on them. There have been times viewers caught things Kinoko himself didn't. Understood. Maybe you'll find some info on the incident that happened to the girl who used to live in 104 too. I'll start with viewer reactions. Okay, so that's a save symbol. So we should probably stop here, because this is going to be pretty long, right? There's going to be several things and lots of reactions to do from here. So we should stop here and continue tomorrow. Alright, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate y'all as always. Make sure to lock all your windows and doors tonight. And do not spin 3 times around in a circle. And say Mary's name 3 times while live streaming. Rest your purple pose. That too. Have a wonderful evening. See y'all tomorrow for some more horror, spooks, or whatever this is. Good night. Goodbye. Rest your wings. Take care.